It's a full-time job.
So is Jalen Brunson, apparently.
Jalen Brunson, shout out Meek for even saying it, and then I was like, it's definitely that. I quote tweeted it, and I said that. I even commented on it. I'm getting so much shit in his comments now, but people agree with me. Huda should leave, but it was crazy last night. Me and Ev could probably do 2 hours on Love Island.
Easily.
This
is a fantastic show.
But last night, back-to-back champions, Florida Panthers. I will say, even as a casual, seeing Marchand win a Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers was weird. Good for him, but like he's such a Bruin. It's crazy that they traded him, but good for him, like getting traded and then winning a Stanley Cup. That's got to be. What do you think's a better feeling? Be there from the beginning, or being on a team that had no chance and then we win a Stanley Cup, getting traded? That's a great feeling.
I think it's got to would be starting on like a shitty team and then the team getting good.
Especially because he won with Boston, correct?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the hockey aficionado, but he's won a title with the Bruins. So you have the best of both worlds now.
He has best of both.
It wasn't like he couldn't win with Boston and then had to go to Florida. Like, he just did both.
Yeah. Because I'm
Great
trying
position
to think, like...
Is he locked in now? Is he like, what's his contract like?
I'm sure it's up. I have no idea. I would guess it's up if...
That was a great... You just threw that out there.
I'm guessing it's up. Why would Boston trade...
Marchand is a free agent.
Okay.
That.
Good shot in the dark.
Good shot in the dark.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, no, it was... listen, it was... the Panthers won 2 years in a row. I have no... Like, the Oilers are choke artist, I guess.
So if you're McDavid, he's got 1 year left?
Yeah.
Is he gone? Do you trade him?
No, I think
stick around.
I think gotta go.
Why do they? There's a dumb hockey guy. This guy right here. Get a new goalie. It feels like dude, their goalie's always the problem. It feels like.
Yeah, but it's just like Florida's just like when you're watching the game. I watched literally a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You just see Florida's way better.
They're
like
incredible.
they're just like so much faster, so much better. It's just I don't know. I think and
so many guys.
And they won fucking two years in a row.
Yeah.
They're at Elbow Room partying. You ever been to Elbow Room?
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Dan's bachelor party.
Oh.
It's fun. Wild place. Very small. So it's fun. It's funny that.
No way they slept, right? They went right to their
Yeah, they broke the cup on the ice.
Incredible.
My favorite thing about hockey, though, is after the Stanley Cup, everyone telling you what their injuries were.
Oh my God!
Can you pull up the Chuck?
Dude,
Matthew Tkachuk.
Someone was at Tkachuk's without an abductor. He just doesn't have an abductor. Tkachuk.
Without a T,
Yeah,
silent T.
yeah.
Yeah, pull up the quote.
He scored the goal for me last night, by the way.
He's unbelievable.
Someone had a grade 2 MCL. That's like a 2-month injury.
Yeah.
And someone else sliced their hand in half.
Yeah, when Tkachuk came out with his injuries, I was like, and it's like one of their best players. It's just so funny where you're like, baseball, it's like, and they're all fine injuries. Like, I understand it. Like, baseball, you can't throw when you have a blister on your hand. But it's just funny, like, you have a blister, and they're like...
Look at tonight. Or, sorry, tomorrow. It's amazing they're not playing tonight. Look at tomorrow.
Yeah.
Halliburton's probably not playing.
Halliburton not playing.
How you not even try with your Game 6 NBA Finals?
Yeah, so Matthew Tkachuk suffered that
shit.
injury during the Four Nations face-off. Tkachuk sat out the remainder of the regular season, but came back to pick up 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 playoff games. This season, he'll likely get surgery in the coming days. Matthew Tkachuk told he's doing a torn adductor muscle off the bone.
Dude,
he's don't fall off the bone.
He wasn't playing like you just bring it back up. Like he wasn't just playing, and he was like how Halliburton played last.
He wasn't
game.
A decoy.
He had
an
4 points.
Yeah.
He had 15 assists. So how many goals? That's crazy. Yeah. They're a different breed. They literally are a different breed in the NHL. They don't say they're like even LeBron. What was LeBron's after this year?
Wasn't it an MCL?
Something
Same
like
thing
that. MCL sprain.
Yeah, it was one of
these
guys had.
It's just crazy. It's one of my favorite things to do. But
I'll look for Halliburton if you don't play tomorrow.
So yeah, going into the NBA.
Can I show you guys a stat from?
They all say he's
David?
not. Like the line moved 2 points. What?
40 players have won 3+ MVP awards in the 4 major sports and not won a title. Those three. McDavid,
Now,
Bonds,
I'll say,
Trout.
One never can anymore. Obviously, one is never going to, and one has McDavid's the only chance.
He's been close twice.
He's the only chance.
It's just a stat, but comparing Trout and McDavid is silly. Like you just can't do that.
Why?
I feel like Trout doesn't fucking play.
No, but
for the last.
But Trout played when Trout played. He was the best player.
But he also got to the finals. Trout never won any. I know baseball's an individual sport.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's not even comparing. That's just like them winning 3 MVPs.
No, I get that, but to me, McDavid is in another they're you can't compare the two.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
Why?
I think it's
Trout's never even won a playoff.
Yeah, but that's not his fault.
That's
hockey is a thing where if someone's that good, he can take over a game.
McDavid isn't the reason they're losing these.
No, of course not. Of course not. But I think Trout was literally if Trout doesn't get hurt, I think he's
Trout also getting hurt really hurts.
I think he's the best baseball player we ever literally ever.
He was on track, and then it all fell apart.
Yeah,
we literally had him and Ohtani on the same team, and never had a winning record.
Never won a winning record.
When historians look at that, if you're in a sports management class and you're like, well, if you look at Ohtani, his numbers, he pitched also and was unbelievable and best hitter, one of the best hitters we ever see, and also the best hitter you ever see. Never won a playoff game together. You're lying. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Albert Pujols on the roster too.
Well, that one makes sense. But yeah, no, it's wild.
Hilarious.
But yeah, so talking about the NBA, Halliburton, it's always the worst when this happens.
You got to give it a shot, man.
I think he's gonna try.
I think he will. I think Aaron Gordon. They said no shot he was gonna play, and then
I think the line doesn't show you anything because the line's also just I think everyone's especially with him even.
It did move 2 points the moment that news really came out though. It was 4.5. It moved the full 2 the moment that came out.
Him being hurt also, I think when you look at last game, even being a line maker, you think about that. It's
can't sit that game out. You gotta try.
But even if he tries, I think it's still 6.5.
Oh no, sure. But you gotta give a few. You can't not play that.
But it's a calf injury. If you blow out the calf and then
what? It's the off season.
No, but that's a season-ending injury that affects you next season. This affects the next 5 years of Pacers basketball.
Go out there for 30 seconds.
What's his contract?
He got the contract already.
He already got paid.
Okay, so then that's different because if he didn't get the contract, he wasn't going to play.
Right.
But he got it, so I don't know. It's
just tough seeing those hockey injuries.
He's on a 5-year, $244 million, $48 million next year, $52 million the year after, $55 million the year after.
But that's also the Pacers too.
Are
the Pacers are you going to go out there and if he does get more hurt, then they're fucked next season?
We just saw this with KD though, 6 years ago. It was the calf injury and he blew out
Okay,
his
that's
Achilles.
fair. Calf to Achilles is a thing. That's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely I understand what you're saying where it's and I think Halliburton himself, any competitor is gonna be I need to play. He even said I've been dreaming of this my entire life. I obviously am gonna play, but if the doctors are listen, if you land on this wrong and you're out for the whole next season, as a franchise, you're also you're a huge investment into our franchise. I don't know if it's smart. It's a brutal situation because it's also this playoffs superstar. If you can count him as a superstar, but superstars just getting hurt left and right. Curry,
Ja,
Tatum, Halliburton,
Mitchell, Garland.
Yeah, Mitchell, Garland. It's been all the superstars. Weirdly enough, besides the Knicks, got hurt. Because the Knicks last year were the ones that every one of their players got hurt. It sucks, and OKC also didn't have any of their guys go down. Which is half of winning a championship is staying healthy. Yes.
You need injury luck.
Yeah.
Also helps to have a deep team, so you're really not leaning on
Big
too
time.
many minutes throughout the whole year.
I'm curious to see what they look like without Halliburton. I'd much rather
me
Halliburton
too.
play, but
Well, the McConnell minutes in game.
yeah,
He's good in spurts.
That's
I know,
can he sustain that for 34 minutes?
It was funny the moment he came out, everyone went to shit. They had their run in game 5 to get, or it was game 5. But the moment he came out, but you're right, he's not a starter.
Yeah, no, I'm very interested. It's crazy. There's no game tonight.
I'm Silver, baby.
Insane.
It just makes no sense.
It makes
I just don't understand.
It's a 2-hour flight, so you need 2 days to travel and then 1 more day to practice.
We know what it is. It's money and the TV scheduling, but it's why can't you just change
It almost isn't though, because then they would have played on Sunday. They didn't play on Sunday.
No, they
Honestly,
plan it out so.
It's because they want Game 7 Sunday.
Yeah.
And they know if they can't do Wednesday, Sunday. Because that would be preposterous.
Yeah, that'd be too crazy.
It wouldn't shock me if
Just
they
a
did.
note on McConnell. The most minutes he's played in a playoff game so far this year is 22 minutes. And even dating back to the regular season, he only had like one game of 30 minutes. Like, he's been steadily in like the 20-ish minute range.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
it's
gonna need him to
also
play
like
35 minutes.
But it's also like he was going off during those minutes,
No, I agree. That was a game where they should have let him
It's
cook.
like just let it happen. Like he's only getting 20 minutes because that's usually what his ability is. I feel like.
Also, I think
Usually not scoring like that.
Probably a ton of Benny Mather minutes, too.
I'm
he
saying
needs to
game
play
6
better.
is a different like
Who's
animal.
been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to play a lot better.
Borderline point
They
shooter.
have to. Him and McConnell have to play a ton.
And also, you're going to need Neesmith to, dial
Shoot.
it back to, 30-point Neesmith against the Knicks because he really hasn't returned to that Foreman.
But he was great last game. Just didn't shoot.
He was.
He was 4 or 5 from 3. Just didn't do anything after
I
that.
think he's got to be a big-time aggressor.
We're going to talk more about the game. Like I don't want to talk about the game for tomorrow. Like we'll talk about that tomorrow. It's just crazy. It's not happening. Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of Kevin Durant stuff. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. We kind of went through it quick, but we saw want to go to the Celtics. The Knicks didn't want him, and then want to put up that tweet that you put in the chat, Meek. I'll read it for people that are listening. Two of the offers the Suns received for Kevin Durant. Minnesota was Gobert, DiVincenzo, number 17 pick in the draft, and then either or of Terrence Shannon Jr. or Dillingham. And then Toronto's was Barrett, Quickly, how do you pronounce
Pirtle.
it?
Jakob
And then the number 9 pick. So I actually wanted to ask you this, Hubs, because I thought you were wrong, and I would like you to explain it. Why do you like Toronto's more than
Well,
Minnesota?
first of all, they both are horrible. This is
I
bad.
don't think it
I
is, to
I
be honest.
disagree.
I
I
disagree.
completely disagree.
I think these
You're
are.
just too hung up on Gobert.
I mean, if I'm Devin Booker and you're trading for Rudy Gobert and keeping him,
Well,
I'm gonna
If I'm Devin
think that's
Booker,
got
Devin
it.
Booker doesn't give a fuck what happens.
very clearly.
That's the thing where
that's a problem.
He doesn't give a fuck. He likes Arizona. Is there state tax in Arizona?
I don't know. It's
I don't know,
beautiful
but the
there.
weather's nice.
The weather's nice. He's
Well, there's some Kendall Jenner likes going there.
it's
So
close
yeah.
to LA. So he's I don't think he gives a fuck. Why do you think it's so bad?
I need to visualize it again. I need to see it. But I mean, I feel like if you trade Durant, I just want as many picks as I can get. I don't care about any of these players.
See, but I
You
think the
can't
point
because
is,
it's a year rental.
I think Gobert is that you flip Gobert for picks. I think that's
Who's giving you picks for Gobert?
Lakers,
the Lakers.
100%. The Lakers actually would.
I think there's definitely teams
to be
that
honest,
need a big man that would give.
Also, Gobert gets a lot of shit, rightfully so. But he's on the Lakers. I actually think he'd be good. He doesn't need any offense on the Lakers. They literally just need anyone that's tall.
They also don't have a center.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
those teams that
They need
teams
someone
that
that's
need a
tall.
big man, yeah.
That's it.
The
They
Lakers
don't even-
have picks to give.
Let me just double check.
I think they'd go all in for the end of LeBron and Luka's prime. I mean, I just think
That
I
trade
just
might
think
be
you're.
ugly.
I think there's two. Gobert has 2 full years left in his deal. DiVincenzo does too, and DiVincenzo makes not a lot of money for the caliber of player. He makes $11 million a year, $10 million.
Evo, you can flip.
I think you could flip both of them, and then now you have the 17th pick. You have whatever picks you get from those two guys.
You're also getting-
and then you have a young Dillingham or Shannon taking
These
a
are the
young
picks
player.
the Lakers have. They have their 2026 next year to 2028.
Okay, so they have picks.
Yeah, some
They have
picks.
3 tradable picks.
The helpful. It's 1 year Durant, right?
Yes, it's just that's where
the
I think
thing,
it's
you're only getting 1 year. So
it's
you
how much
can't,
can you expect to get for him.
I just would rather the 9 pick. I'd rather the higher pick.
But then,
But to me, the Quickly and
Quickly's
RJ
deal is horrible though. That's
those
the thing.
contracts
Quickly's
suck.
probably the worst contract of all of those.
RJ's is worse, honestly.
Quickly does less.
They're both awful
That's
contracts.
I think that's why those.
Good
both
job
of
by
those
us not
contracts
paying
are
them.
So bad.
We're not sticking with them.
And we gave DiVincenzo half what Quickly got. And I'd rather have him than Quickly.
and
Gobert obviously makes a lot of money, so you can argue
Those trades were rejected, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, clearly Phoenix is not content with that. What's this new one though? Was it Minnesota?
I'll
It's a
pull it
3
up.
team. They said with the
The Nets.
I'll read it for.
But it's weird 'cause
listeners.
Durant-
Nets feel like a team that wants to take on expirings and
This is
get
for
picks.
the-
And that should be their strategy.
Our viewers on the podcast, league sources have said the Nets were brought in as a potential third team in a deal construct, which would have helped move money and contracts to help both teams reshape their rosters. No idea what they were getting or sending, but speculatively bet Nick Claxton to Phoenix was part of those talks, but then KD did what is in his right and sent out the word that he doesn't want to play there. So he just doesn't want to play for the Timberwolves.
No,
he's made it clear he wants to play for San Antonio.
To be fair, why the fuck I wouldn't want to go to Minnesota.
The only thing is just the team's like good.
Yeah, but just he's thinking of it as life as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, clearly.
San Antonio, the cat's pajamas? Like, I don't know. Is that,
Oh, it's-
that's
no-
No
State
state
tax.
taxes.
I guess.
It's a lot. You save people like we joke. You save
Yeah.
tens of
literally
millions of
millions.
dollars. Like it's so much money, especially when you're getting. Also, the NBA is so weird how they get paid. Like they get paid in each state.
Yeah.
Like when they go play in the Knicks, he gets taxed against New York taxes. So you want those 40 games being untaxed.
A lot of things that he wants, though. Like, he wants the team to be competitive. The taxes. It's like you're really
But to be fair,
like threading a needle here.
if you're at this point in your career, you're like, yeah, give me, because he can make that happen. Like
See,
there is places that like San Antonio, I don't think will give up the number 2 pick. Do you think so?
I don't think so. I
don't. What?
KD.
I don't think I would.
wouldn't. I don't think I
If you're the
would.
San Antonio.
No, I'm not giving it up for 1 year of KD.
Would you give up Stephon Castle?
Now, if Phoenix gets off of that and you say, no, they're assholes.
Yeah, of course. The thing that
I
I
think
don't,
I'd give up Castle and keep number 2.
I don't think I would want to give up either.
I don't think I'd want to
I
give
would.
Castle either.
Like KD to me at this stage is not good enough to be like Castle, like the rookie of the year. Like, and I think a guy that his ceiling is incredibly high. Like,
Yeah.
super athlete.
Yeah, once he develops an offensive
super
game.
defender. If he can develop any kind of jump shot, anything, he could be like a like all-star caliber player. And then number 2 pick is take your choice of Harper, Edgecombe, Bailey.
I think it's Harper. No, matter
I
what.
think Harper's great. And I think he'll fit well.
What do they regret getting De'Aaron Fox, giving up the capital for that? Because if you're just going to bring in Harper.
I know.
Yeah, fair. I guess they could try to flip Fox if it.
No, but in hindsight,
They
like,
don't- no,
I bet if you
sure,
go back,
sure.
they're like, no, why would we take this guy and his money?
You need Fox to play good a little bit just to like.
Now,
enough to try
Fox
to-
could be, instrumental in growing.
Yeah.
What the fuck's his name?
Bailey.
No.
Harper, Dylan
Harper.
Harper, Dylan Harper.
I don't know why I wanted to say Harrison.
Bailey's actually becoming interesting. Like people are like
Some bad reports on him.
bad, but they're also like nervous if they don't take him. So it's like in a weird spot where there's a lot of bad reports coming out that he's like they don't think he's gonna.
Wasn't it he didn't want to do certain interviews with teams?
He hasn't.
That was the rumor.
He didn't do them.
Didn't do
He didn't work out with teams.
Yeah.
He didn't work out with certain teams, which is like when you're that you just when you're that type of guy, you're a top 5 pick. Just work out with every team that
Yeah.
says it. Like who cares? Like
It's just a bad look when you don't.
yeah, because also these kids don't realize like one point. These teams, you could end up on these teams that you said like fuck you to, and then it ruined your relationship, and they don't want it. Like I don't know. I just think that there's bad reports coming out, but there's also reports saying that like teams are also nervous to pass up on him because he does have the talent.
Well, I mean, he's a guy coming into. People forget, like coming into this Rutgers season, they were saying what were they using him? Like he's like a mix of like KD and like Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
Like people were saying just crazy shit about how good he could be.
Yeah, I mean,
His jump shot's beautiful.
Dukes was saying he's gonna go over he's gonna be better than Cooper Flagg.
His offensive game is insane, and he does have like he has moments on defense where he's great. It's just kind of him like putting it all together all the time. I just think Harper. When I watch Harper, I just think he's so fucking good.
I think Harper
like the way he can just take over a game whenever he wants and would do it quite often.
I think
Rutgers
Harper
was just bad.
I think Harper can right away help a team. In the
I think so,
NBA.
too.
I don't think Ace Bailey right away can help a team. I think eventually he can. I don't think he'll be like an impact player on the Spurs right away if they had drafted him.
Harper's game feels more refined, right?
Yeah, it's more
Yes,
NBA
definitely.
ready. Like he's kind of like Cooper Flagg. You know he's going to be good in the NBA. Like Dylan Harper, when I watched him alongside Ace Bailey, I was like, he's better. I thought he was better the whole time, even on
Well, similar to how you just mentioned 20 years from now, we're going to go back and be like, how did Otani and Trout not work out? Fuck did Harper and Bailey. How are they so
I don't
how is that
care.
team so bad?
It
at
happens in
Rutgers?
college a lot. Like Ben
Water.
Simmons didn't make a tournament.
I have such a fidget. I'd play with it.
I think it just flew.
Yeah,
I don't care.
rocket
I'm not
launcher.
gonna pick it up now.
There's
No, I can't do
nothing
that.
worse than
It's even out of the camera shot.
bro, people. If you have two really like the number 2 pick in the draft and number 3 pick in the draft, say he goes 3, right?
Yeah.
To not make the tournament, I don't care how bad your supporting cast is, you should make the tournament.
It's basketball. You have
Exactly.
40% of
It's
the
not
team
one,
was a
'cause
top 5 pick.
One's different. Like that was like when
Harper was hurt.
We've seen that. We've seen
Harper was hurt a decent
Ben
amount as
Simmons.
well,
Ben Simmons when he was before this Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable at LSU. They didn't make the tournament.
Markel Fultz.
Markel Fultz.
Anthony
They
Bennett.
not even made.
Not
They
Anthony
sucked.
Bennett.
They were
There was no
terrible.
lottery pick, and Anthony Edwards'
Anthony
class made a
Edwards.
tournament.
Anthony Edwards didn't make the tournament either, right?
No, he
It
didn't.
just sucked.
COVID, that was
Yeah.
a joke. I Boscoed
It was
you.
20.
But
no,
he
you
was-
didn't
that
Bosco
team
me.
wasn't
They were
good.
bad anyway.
I know, but I Boscoed you.
Okay.
You didn't Bosco me.
Yes, I did.
How?
Anthony Edwards didn't make the tournament. Obi
They-
Toppin
because
didn't
they
make
were
the
They
bad.
tournament.
wouldn't have made the
They
tournament.
were bad. Like
Obi
they weren't
Toppin didn't make
on the
tournament
way.
last year.
All right.
Are you not listening to us?
I
know,
am.
That's crazy. He wouldn't have
Like
made
they
it.
were bad already. So
Like, it
they
wasn't
weren't gonna
because
make it.
They
you would have
could've won the
Boscoed us if
conference
they went
No,
25
they
and
wouldn't
5.
have. They weren't
They
gonna win.
could have. They weren't given a chance.
There's a difference of like when I know I get Boscoed, I'm fine with, but that one
That's
I was
pushing
like,
it.
I know they were bad.
LaMelo Ball
And
didn't
I
make the
actually
tournament.
remember him like not being. What's he saying?
He said LaMelo Ball didn't make the tournament.
I hate you so much.
That's a Bosco.
Yeah, like
That's
that.
fair.
Like I
That's
just-
fair. That's
Yeah.
funny.
If I said,
LeBron
yeah,
James never made a tournament.
If I
Right.
said Carmelo, like I'm sorry, like Kobe didn't make one, I'd be like, yeah, I got Boscoed, but like that I didn't get Boscoed.
No.
Carmelo won that bitch.
He did win that bitch. It's all
Sir.
he won.
That's fun. I wasn't.
yeah.
Well, Cuse.
I said that's all he won.
Yeah.
Well, gold medals. Guess you don't care about America, Martin.
I don't honestly. I love America. Don't care about the gold medals in the end because if we don't win, it's an embarrassment. And we didn't win, and it was an
You
embarrassment.
won a bunch.
What was the one we didn't win?
2004. They got the bronze.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think it was 2004, right? 2004.
Sounds right. Oh, it was
We won
Beijing,
one-
right? Where
did
they
we
just
not win
all
one
went nuts.
recently. Not the last. I know we won the last one. Was it 2018?
No, we've won all the Olympics. We had a scare. This last one, we had a scare.
Right.
Big time
Multiple.
scare, but
Multiple.
yeah, but
Well, they're
but
catching
we
up.
won.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
They're just all not in the same. They all the other
French team, Serbian.
It's like we talk about how the top like 3 players in the NBA, none of them are American.
Yeah, but that's good that they're all not from the same spot.
Correct.
Is like where like Serbia, we got Canada as one. You know, like
Right.
they're all not like I'm
Spreading them out.
spreading
Yeah.
them out thin where it's as nice.
It is. You would think Canada would have a few together.
They do though.
they have,
but
they have
like-
a lot of talent on
They have
paper.
talent, but like upper echelon.
Like
Oh, they're-
RJ
they
Barrett's
have
like one of
Shea.
their better players. You know, like
just-
If Shea Jamal Murray is their back,
right, but so I guess if Murray was just a
if
better,
Shea Jamal Murray and like
they need,
RJ Barrett,
they need
they're,
like Murray to be
if
a better.
Wiggins
though.
was what he was,
Right.
they would be.
Right.
Wiggins was like
They need better.
supposedly-
I think Podol. No, he's Australian, is he?
I think so. I think
They
actually
have Kelly Olynyk's Canadian.
Yeah.
There's a couple other. Canadians.
Dylan Brooks.
Tristan Thompson, I think is Canadian.
Did Shea play in the Olympics?
Yeah, he did.
Um,
They didn't. I don't think they medaled.
No, I don't think so.
I forget. I watched that. It was actually really good. That show.
I just found out some news about the Spurs. Devin Vassell, his contract 5 years, 135 million. I did not realize he made that much money.
No, that was one, dude. I
That's
remember
just
when he
like-
signed that.
I feel like everyone in the NBA makes 100 million.
I remember when he signed that. I was like, "This is officially out of control."
Because
And
I
people, but then so many Spurs people, like ball knowers, were like, "Just wait." It's like I don't know, man.
He's a solid player.
He's a
but
solid player. He's not
35
$100
million.
27 million for like a role
lot of
player is
money.
crazy. I also saw like this would be like a hypothetical.
Oh, these.
it's like
Do
Spurs
you make
trade.
these or get sent them or find them?
I find these like on the site.
Okay, okay.
And
literally jerk off to these.
Yeah.
because I like seeing where people's brains go.
No, these people's brains are never right.
But it's just
I don't think you've ever put up a
trade
trade.
that could work, I guess.
it,
That's
it can
obviously.
work under the CBA.
Show it again.
Devin Vassell, Nick Claxton, and a first, the 14th pick for KD, basically. And Brooklyn would take on Barnes and get the Hawks first rounder in 2027.
So
What is the reason for the Nets to do that?
You take on the salary so the trade could be done.
But don't they like? I understand why.
You basically-
don't they like Claxton?
Well,
They probably don't want to pay him anymore.
You get rid of Claxton's contract.
Yeah.
You get a first round pick, and you get an expiring Barnes.
I can't read that, but Claxton probably has a few more
3
years
years,
left.
25
three-
So
million.
you're
25 a
you're
year,
getting off that, yeah.
Yeah.
What the Nets are going to do this offseason is acquire a bunch of shitty expiring deals like
Like I said,
Harrison Barnes, get a pick, and build for the future.
Like
And that is absolutely what they should do.
Claxton gone, Cam Johnson gone,
Gone.
maybe Cam Thomas.
Should be Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
Like,
Cam Thomas can help a
like
team.
Brooklyn's they're gonna try to be the next OKC. We're just get a billion picks.
So
and hope it sticks.
there's a clear model and pathway to do that.
The thing I don't understand with Katie with the Suns is like him saying he doesn't want to go to Minnesota. Like, obviously the Suns should be getting whatever they can, like the most they can get. Why do they have this loyalty to Kevin Durant?
I think it's more
Like,
the team acquiring him wants him to want to
Like
go.
wants him to with the extension, but like it's like what team is he going to go to? That is like only the Spurs he signed an extension with. Like that's what
Well, he has a no trade clause.
I don't,
Oh, does
they
he?
say he doesn't.
No, I'm pretty sure he does.
But like at this point, and like
If he doesn't,
the way the
I'm the
NBA works, though, is
Suns,
these
I'm like-
guys just decide where they want to go.
If he
I'm so-
doesn't, I'm the Suns. I don't give a fuck where
I'm
he
like
wants
a-
to go. All I care about is
100%.
the most capital.
Let
I
me
can
tell
for
you
my
this:
team.
I have been under the impression because I could have sworn I saw he has a no trade clause. There's no way that he will be able to dictate like this. No way.
No, I think
he doesn't have no trade clause. Only Bradley Beal does.
Why the fuck do the Suns?
Dude, I think it's
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's the Suns. I
it's-
think it's the team acquiring
It is.
him.
That's what it
Basically, is wary of him not wanting to be there.
Yeah, but it just said that KD doesn't want to go to the Timberwolves.
that's just what he's saying.
Yeah, but
They
like
can
it
still
seems
trade
like
him there.
yeah, but it seems like they're not.
But I think it's because they don't love. They apparently they think they can get more.
Kawhi,
I think if
Well,
they
the problem is they're seeing Desmond Bain go for that much, and they're like, "Why am I getting this?" I know it's a 1 year.
yeah,
I
but Bain
understand,
has
but
4
like,
years left
but
in
they're
his
like, Kevin Durant is way better than Desmond Bain, and he is. I'm not even having that on.
obviously, but I'm saying if you were to
I'll
take
kill
one,
myself.
but I'm saying if you wanted
Respectfully.
one year of Durant or 4 years of Bain, and Durant's 37 and Bain's like 27.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have 4 years of 27-year-old Bain. Like that asset, it's just like if you like. I think like the most brilliant thing like the Knicks did, like obviously even making like the Randall Towns trade. Like the best thing they did was like that asset. Now like Randall only has like a year left in his deal. Like just having a younger guy who's like has all this years left in his deal, it's just a better asset. It's just a
Yes.
stronger asset. It'll command more. So Bain, like he just obviously he's never gonna be as good as Durant, but right now he just commands more. Like I just don't know where you're gonna get like a shit ton of picks and all these
For
unless
1 year guy.
like a 1 year, like unless he's willing to sign an extension. Which apparently the Raptors are a team that said we don't give a fuck if he signs an extension.
They trade for Kawhi, and Kawhi straight up said, "I don't want to be in Toronto." And he made it clear he played there 1 year, won a championship, and left.
Yeah, like they're
Best
the only
case scenario for everybody.
Which-
Which
the only team
Toronto
that said
wants
that.
because they're like, okay, we have Kevin Durant for a year. That's
wait.
insane. For
Think of all the
them.
jersey sales you'd get.
Yeah,
Is
so
that really it? Yeah, because they're not winning anything with him.
that's all they would want.
I guess are they thinking like him and
Boy, would he hate that.
him and Scotty Barnes can go make the playoffs in the East, like be like the 8th seed?
if
Like,
he's on,
I don't know what you're
if
selling
he's on
here.
the Raptors, they make the playoffs. But that's all. That's
Yeah,
that's
I
all
mean,
the Raptors.
If he stays
want.
healthy, yeah.
That's all the Raptors want. I think.
They may
Is
make
like-
the play in. I don't know playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they'd make the playoffs.
And I was thinking,
Oh.
if
I think
you're
they
a team-
would.
If you're a team like the
Suns
Raptors,
team just didn't.
Who is what? Yeah, the
Sun-
Suns were in the West.
They're in the West, yeah.
Way different. Who's the 8th seed in the East?
It's not a good. It's
The
not a good.
Bulls,
system.
the
Bulls, the Heat. Like,
All right, it's fair.
the Raptors. Kevin Durant makes the Raptors good.
Kevin Durant, Scotty Barnes, they probably
You can.
It's great.
I'll say this though:
Or
if
no?
you're trading the rest, like who the fuck is supporting cast there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And also, if you're the Raptors, why are you giving up the number 9 pick? Like you have to get it done, but I'm saying like
It's also a good
you should
pick.
just
It's a good year to have the 9.
That's what I'm saying. You should just pick a good
Right.
basketball player.
Don't
I'm
do
excited.
this, dude.
Yeah,
I just don't understand it.
Why do you
excited
need
for
to do
that.
this?
I'm very
Honestly, I think
excited
it's. I think they hate. They probably. It's funny because it's like a year into them. They hate Quickly and RJ contracts so much.
They realize those guys are just.
They're like these guys are not
They're
in.
going
There's a
nowhere.
reason Leon was like OG for them. Like thank you. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Send
honestly
them
one of
over.
the biggest fleeces of like this decade.
We smoked them.
Like
You guys
OG
don't have a pick, right?
no.
You don't have a pick for like the next 5 years, right?
No,
I
that's
want
not
one.
true.
It's why I get it's why I get
got picks
arguments
next
with
What one?
We got a few.
No, in the
We
first
have-
round.
we have pick swaps.
I'm saying in the first round.
We have
So-
we don't have control of our first round picks till 2030 something.
We have.
Yeah.
We have
Smart,
we
really
have-
smart.
We have Washington's top 8 protected next year. That if it's top 8, which it's gonna be, we
Oh, we knew Wizards would be good.
we'd get a second round pick the next like 2 years. Their second round pick, which in theory wouldn't be hard. It's the Wizards, so it'd be like a bad.
Yeah,
second
but
round.
it's
No,
just
it's the Wizards' time. They're gonna be
Cock
right
and
in that
Apple's gonna
12.
carry them to
Yeah,
the
no,
eighth
this is. I'm gonna be a huge Wizards fan next year.
It basically would be like a top 5 pick in the second round the next like 2 years. They have 2 early second round picks.
That's good.
If it
Smart.
doesn't become a top 8 pick,
crazy. You
Really
guys.
See, you can't even trade that pick because the whole league knows it's a fake pick.
Yeah.
but it would become 2 real picks.
No, it becomes 2 seconds.
but
well,
those
real
are-
picks, but
Those
yeah.
are real. That becomes 2 real picks.
You
Can I
mentioned-
take the conversation? This is just something I was having with my friend group yesterday. Desmond Bain. Would you rather him or Mikal Bridges?
Bane's a better player.
yeah,
That's
It
what I
depends
said.
on fit,
Okay.
but yeah.
What about OG?
OG.
I don't know OG.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's where it stops. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. I was clearly over Mikal. I think he's just better at everything.
He's
Defense, shooting,
Yes.
everything.
He also shoots threes. Like
Yeah.
Mikal doesn't even do that anymore.
And he's under like whatever contract he just signed, where Mikal's about to sign a bad contract, like by his standards. I think Bane's probably worth what
Why
he's
I'd
getting
easily
paid.
flip Mikal for Jaren
Right,
Jackson.
but
if that's on the table.
OG's probably a good debate. I mean, Bane stays healthier. Guess
I don't think.
I think
he
OG's a better
does.
defender.
Let me check.
Bane's probably a better offensive player though overall.
A little bit. I don't think a little bit. I don't think yeah.
OG's the better defender.
Bane
little
played
bit, yeah.
69 games this year, 42 the year before, 58 the year before. So he was healthy this year, but
Okay.
in the past he's been injured.
Okay.
Speaking of,
I think Bane is a little more in this game to go have like a random like 40-point game. But I mean, like the points they average, like I think OG averaged like 17, 18, and he averaged like 9, like 20.
OG's also like one of the best defenders in the league.
He's an
That's what
amazing
he's a
defender.
better defender, and I think
Smothers you.
Bane's probably like a slightly better offensive
Like
player.
OG and Mikal are two different defenders. Like Mikal is like
Yeah.
afraid of contact,
Yeah.
whereas OG will smother a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bane can, OG will fight through a screen.
speaking
Yes.
of the Grizzlies, pull up John Morant's tweet last night.
Oh, what did he say?
So
Him and
he's
Stephen A.
he's-
Smoke.
so stupid. John Morant literally is like so
Imagine being like his PR guy.
so stupid. Where it's like, dude, even what he said. So he said, talk about the Grizz more than the finals with these cap ass sources. Ab means ass, right?
Yeah, cap ass sources.
Instead of focusing on the performances we've seen by J-Dub and Shea, TJ, Siakam, how this series is going, we say something negative about a city team on a national level. John Morant, let me tell you something.
No mention of
Oh.
You
Albert.
see what Stephen A. said just for the.
Well, that's why. Well, no. Well, let me set this first, and then go to. Because let me first tell you, I don't know if you understand how things work, but when your team trades a key piece off of your team, someone's going to talk about your small city. I don't know if you understand that, but it's just like, dude, what are you talking about? Also, everyone loves talking about trades, and it was a huge trade. Why wouldn't a national level talk about that?
I think he more made it because I think it was less. Stephen A.'s point was less about small market and more about that it's like violent and like horrible things are happening there and like no one wants to like live there.
Yeah.
And then I think it was partly that, and then also saying no one wants to like play with like this team.
Yeah. Also,
So I think he kind of was like
play with
fuck
John
off.
Morant.
It was crazy.
So
'cause
pull
a lot of it
pull
was
up Stephen A's.
a lot of it was centered around the city itself, like not even the market, just more like that it's just like dangerous and not a good like place to live right now.
So this is what Stephen A. Smith said. Phil's bringing it up.
In response to Ja.
So this is what we're doing now, John Morant. I recall talking about the finals, but the Memphis Grizzlies made news because Bane getting traded and your possible extension coming up. Would you prefer I go into detail
About what the hell has been going
what the hell has been going on in Memphis, why players have stated they're not interested in going, or even more details? Or would you like me to leave well enough alone? Leave me to leave.
Leave well enough alone. Just leave
Yeah.
like
And let the great peeps of Memphis address it on their own. Your call. I'm all ears. So let me tell you something. I love a reporter threatening a player to talk about
that's Stephen
things.
A's go-to.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to say what I really know?
It never says it.
It never says it, but he always leaves a little like, hey, like you know I know some shit about you.
But I think it's both.
If you want me to say it, then
I
shut
think
up.
it's what you said. I think it's like no one wants to play in the city of Memphis because Memphis is not the greatest place to play. And two, I think John Morant is not the easiest person to play with, and also to like your career worry like you don't know if your like star player is going to be.
So
You think Ja's gonna tweet about the show? As we're talking about them.
I mean, he's tweeted at me before. He doesn't like me.
do you know this is so? Do you know Icebox? I feel like Liam would be the one that knows this.
No.
It's like a diamond jeweler that they do like vlogs, and they have a ton of famous people come in all the time.
Oh,
buy, like-
in New York.
I think this one's in Atlanta. I think.
Okay, I know
They-
the one.
Like,
It's
obviously-
Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, chains. I knew Liam would know. We're on the same page. Like, obviously, just jewelry, watches, all that kind of stuff like that. And I watched a vlog where he came in and bought something. He must go there and buy stuff all the time. And just watching the video, you can he was joking about like the celebration thing and like changing from the gun to like the grenade and whatever. You can just tell he's very much of the mindset that like the world's like attacking me.
Yeah.
Like that he has like basically that he's kind of just done whatever and everyone kind of does what I've done, but like I'm the only one getting like all the shit for it, which
isn't true.
it's like the problem is he's the one that like got caught with the gun on camera twice.
Twice.
Like,
Not once.
that's where he's like,
Twice.
there's a disconnect of like, yeah, like even because I think his mind says, oh, like maybe other players like have guns or like go to strip clubs or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's fine, but they didn't get caught on a camera doing it twice.
And listen,
And,
we're not
he
saying
obviously
he should
faced a long
like.
suspension, so you can just tell he very much he just was making comments like, oh, like everyone else does it, nothing.
Yeah,
happens.
woe is me.
But like when I do it, it's like everyone talks about it, makes a big thing.
Well, one, when you're supposed to be a face of the league, and it's not like you're a fucking bench player. You're supposed to be one of the faces of the league, a young, very talented player, making these decisions. Yes, you're going to be making an example of like, and of course, there's definitely every celebrity goes through a woe is me thing because it's like anyone that has a platform, you really only take the negative in. You never take the positive in. So he sees all the negative. And he's like, oh, everyone hates me. The NBA's after me. The fans are after me, which no one is. Truly, I don't think anyone really like wants to see his down. I think everyone would rather him be really good at basketball and like always like a face of the NBA if he wanted to. I just don't think he wants to.
I think he's right. The only thing he's right about is like obviously I do think there's other guys that are making like little like gun-ish like celebrations that they're not caring about. But he also has
He didn't get caught with a gun.
He has to have
either.
the self-awareness of like there's a
You're
reason.
the gun guy.
There's like you've made
Twice.
yourself the gun guy. Like that's where it's a problem.
Didn't he like try? He was
It really is
along
a-
with a kid in his like driveway and like.
That's
Well, the one
also another thing
it was
that
on
happened,
someone
yeah.
else's like Instagram live like an idiot and it got like screen recorded.
No, but the kid that he played one-on-one or something, there's like
Kid
a
scored on him, he pulled it.
investigation.
He deleted the tweet to you a while
Did he
ago.
do
Yeah.
it? Because remember he went on Pardon My Take and talked about it?
oh yeah, yeah.
Tweet's deleted.
Wow.
Maybe he scrubbed his account, or
Maybe
maybe his
he
agent
did.
scrubbed his account. I don't
That's
know.
sad.
PR team probably scrubbed his account.
He made sure to
I
delete
think they
all
probably
tweets directed
did.
to Marty Mush.
Yes, they probably deleted a ton.
It's a shame because
All I tweeted was that he'll never win because he's selfish.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah, I know.
I said that a while ago too.
I did it
But
when
it's so funny 'cause
his
he's-
rookie year with
he's not
him and
selfish on the
Zion.
court.
No,
It's like he's not a selfish player.
I don't know. It's just selfish.
He just is like,
Yeah.
God.
I just think it's such a shame because he's so fucking exciting to watch.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Like he's the kind of guy the NBA should be pushing like a motherfucker.
He like had an almost dunk in this playoffs that was like unbelievable. Oh, is that it? No.
no.
It's just a tweet he has deleted to someone.
Oh.
It's just like he just has so much. Like there's a reason the league was
I don't even know what
giving him that
Special.
that bump
Special
so
guy.
early.
No one will get a producer like me.
It's the best.
And he doesn't understand what he just did.
No.
Well, what'd I do?
You just showed a random deleted tweet.
It's pretty like, I mean, we talked about like his gun stuff. He threatened to shoot someone. It's free to see how these hollows feel. What do you think that means?
I guess I didn't read it.
I was looking for Marty's name.
Yeah, I was looking. I thought we were still on that. You know.
No, we're
but-
talking about him being the gun guy.
Got it. Yeah, and then Stephen A. Smith does this whole thing. We didn't talk about it, but what is your actual thoughts on the solitaire thing? Because to be honest, I found it fucking hysterical. I'm not mad at it. I don't give a fuck. Does anyone really respect every opinion out of Stephen A. Smith?
Any opinion.
To me, he's an entertainer. He's not like someone I'm like, I respect his sports takes all the time.
Marty, do you remember at the old office, the guy at the front desk, he would listen to Stephen A. for like 4 hours a day?
Yes, I
that
do.
guy.
Yes,
We need him.
Yes, but like you're right though. But like it's like yeah, I to me he's entertaining. I like Stephen A. Smith because he says some crazy shit. I think he's funny. I think he makes me want to watch TV when he's on it. But he's playing solitaire. Yeah, obviously the guy doesn't fucking watch anything. I thought that was the whole point.
I just think but getting caught like so firsthand like that, and also he doubled down with a lie.
That
He
was the
said
problem. Yes,
it wasn't during live action, and then someone literally had a video of the game going on and him
Tough.
playing solitaire. I think it's not even about like respecting his takes or like his true opinions. I think it's more just you're literally covering the NBA. You're at an NBA Finals game, and you literally would rather be doing anything else but be there and watching.
the worst.
Like that's where even as a fan who like the casual fan obviously gets no access. Like you're at the fucking finals,
Yeah.
and you couldn't even care to watch the game. Like that's where like I love Stephen A. and I agree with you. Like obviously he's an entertainer. I don't go to him for like X's and O's, but I enjoy watching him. I think he's entertaining. That's where you're like even someone like me who supported him, like, you're losing me because you're like, you just don't give a fuck.
I think
like,
if he
at all.
doubled down on being like he didn't, like he's like, yeah, of course, I always play solitaire. I think I'd like it better, but I think the casual fan seeing that is annoying. Where it's like you get paid $100 million now to like cover the sport and you're playing solitaire. It's also like solitaire.
Like it's
Still
during the
playing.
game. Like listen,
Still playing
if he was
solitaire.
even doing it during a timeout, I would have defended him. I've been like, bro, he's just ripping a game during timeout. Like,
Yeah.
not a big deal.
He was playing blackjack or something.
Yeah, like I would have loved.
Blackjack
That's
would've
what I'm saying.
been
I would have
way
loved
better.
it. I would have
Way
been like,
better.
you're the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the fact that it was during the actual game and you tried to lie about it and got like caught with your hand in the cookie.
The lying is tough. My brain immediately went to that recent Adam Silver quote where he says people go to ESPN for real NBA analysis.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's what they
just
do.
to show you the further disconnect that guy has from reality.
Yeah, hilarious.
Um,
At least they did the intros though.
Finally.
I did you watch the intros? Where you?
Yeah.
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
I
But,
like that, like they like dark the lights for OKC. And
How about we start games on time and have maybe more than one game a week?
I agree. I agree. These are all. I'm glad he's at least seems like he's starting to kind of listen.
getting bullied.
Like, let's
into it.
keep bullying him. It's working. Like, let's keep,
I love the fact
jamming-
that we can bully Adam Silver. I
Amazing.
love
Let's
it.
just keep jamming corrections down his throat until he just does it.
Now I'm gonna bully him to give the Knicks like 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Start with one.
If the Knicks don't win the NBA lottery from the 25th slot,
Yeah.
Both of our teams, including Meek, 4-game losing streak.
We got a player meeting last night. Their only meeting.
We haven't scored a run in 31 innings.
29.
I'm giving
really
it
bad.
this. Yeah, it's bad. It's
We haven't had a
really-
lead since Thursday, and that lead came on an unearned run.
And it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's been
It's
6
really
days.
bad. Me and Meek were talking about it. Teams go through these stretches, not like the Yankees. Like
We
the
go through
Mets are at
bad
least the Mets are losing, but they're at least scoring runs. Like we're like also losing to Kyle Hendricks, who's like
How many Ks did he have last night?
9.
Crazy.
literally disgusting.
It's crazy.
What's really upsetting is the Yankees have been pitching great, and they're just wasting all. Like, Will Warren had 11 Ks last night.
Yeah.
The night before, Clark Schmidt pitched into the 8th inning.
One run.
Shutout.
Shutout.
We're wasting these, man.
The one Warren had the run Warren gave up in the first or second inning.
First inning, DJ fucking
was just
smother
like-
the ball, dude.
Not even smother. Like make the play wasn't that hard.
It's
It was,
bad.
Like, you made it bad. Yeah, our teams are in a little disarray at the moment. The Braves game last night was wild to watch. I bet the game, so I was watching it towards the end and watching the MVP play. He's so good.
Gross loss
He's-
on the under.
So gross loss in the under. Gross loss. You had the Mets. I had the Braves minus 130 because I thought Schwellenbach was going to pitch well. But the Mets hit him right.
Yeah.
4 runs. Tyrone Taylor drove in 3.
And Peterson was pretty good.
Peterson was really good
Really
for 7
good.
Juan
innings.
Soto
He's
did.
earning himself a lot of money.
Juan Soto blamed the umpires.
I saw that.
Umpire
Now, I
needed to be
see what he's
quicker,
saying
but-
because you got to make a fucking call. That's
Yeah.
happened a few times. It happened in the Yankee game this year. I think it benefited us, if I'm not mistaken. But like, you got to make a fucking call. You can't just stare at the ball.
Yeah, and then if you go back to first base and it turns out it was off the wall, you look like the idiot. It's like,
Yeah. No, it is tough, but
Make the call. We can correct it or something, man. I don't know.
but Acuna makes that play. Once that play was made, then you knew they were losing.
oh yeah, especially like once I think we had, Jared Young, Francisco Alvarez, Mauricio Due up in attentive. It's like we aren't
So
putting
who's
together runs.
so the Mets fans are really mad at Alvarez.
he stinks.
Horrible.
He's
I mean,
slugging
that
like-
decision
So
to throw
they-
to second is little league shit.
He needs to be
What?
sent to the minor league.
A decision to throw to second base
Yeah.
was little
It's
league
like you
shit.
literally pressed the wrong button in a video game. Like
This
that's,
is a guy that
absolutely what it is.
you were, like,
Because,
really
you have to,
excited
if you're,
about, right?
if you're in a pickle, you run him back to the bag. You don't throw to that fucking
He
bag. Let him
had a good
advance.
year last year.
no, he was awful
Oh,
last
he
season.
wasn't
who was
good.
the one? Who was
2023, he was really good. He had 25 home runs. That was basically his rookie season. And then last year they changed his swing to where now he's only trying to go to right field. He doesn't pull the ball anymore.
Were they trying to blame him for the pitch selection of Ozuna?
Yes, but they both took accountability.
But
It's
also,
like
isn't that like
the pitcher can
that
shake
also
him
could
off.
be the bench, like the pitching coach.
the
right?
pit. No,
like,
like Reed Garrett even said, like it's not his fault. Like if I wanted to throw a fastball, I would have shook him off. Like
Right.
yeah, it's not up to the catcher. Like
You also just got to tip your cap to, I know you don't want to do, to Ozuna. That check
No,
swing to stay alive in that at bat, where if he got like barely any bat on it to then stay alive and then drive in the that
and
was
the inning only happens
crazy.
because they walk the 9-hitter to start the inning. It's those
always
things
hurt. That's actually always what happens.
Always bites you.
Yeah.
You
always.
can't walk the 9-hitter, and you can never walk the 9-hitter.
No. Garrett Cole special.
Because I didn't have Reed Garrett warmed up in time. He only had maybe 6 warm up pitches.
You
Yeah.
walked Acuna 3 times yesterday.
I don't care about that. Walk him every time. I don't
He does.
care.
He wants him to win MVP. He wants him to
Yes.
swing
That
that.
makes his on base numbers go up. You should want that.
Yeah, it's great. Let me tell you, when Ohtani got hit yesterday, I go, uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
That was the most, by the way, intentional throw
Oh,
at
yeah.
ever.
The Dave Roberts
most-
crash out. I mean, he was going. I don't know if anyone else was watching. He was. Going
After you text in the group, I went and found that. Yeah, he was.
He it was so funny. Like he was trying to yell at the one up, and the other up was just mirroring him. Like he was like an offensive lineman, just like go back and forth. He's trying to get to him, screaming at
Was
him.
Roberts made it the
He literally was like
touching
he was
him,
almost
or
like third base. They were like on the middle of the field.
Yeah.
They were there was so much movement of him trying to get.
and what
away
he
from
was mad
Roberts.
that both sides got warned.
Yes, because
right?
he wanted an ejection. He was pissed. He wanted an immediate ejection.
Other baseball news that just broke. See the Rays got sold.
Yeah.
Or about to be sold. $1.7 billion.
I didn't see those at this
Wait, that's
morning or
bad.
last night.
Just literally just happened.
Oh, I didn't.
Bad.
Holy shit.
Bad for us.
Bad for us.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna have money.
They actually, who
I
bought
wonder
him?
if they're gonna move.
You know who bought him?
It's a Florida-based guy.
That's good for them. They can move the.
His name is Patrick Zalupski. He's a Jacksonville home builder. So you got to think they're going to stay in Florida, but maybe they move from Tampa.
They just need a different like. Have you guys been to the Trop? The Trop?
Been near
Obviously
there.
there not there now, but
Never
I'm
been
saying,
to the
like,
Trop.
It just is.
I don't see them going
obviously
back.
they're not there right this second.
So
but
far from Tampa.
It's literally off a highway.
Yeah.
Like there's
Also not in Tampa.
There is nothing near it.
St. Pete.
Like I remember
far.
going there, like a few college friends. We went like stayed at like a friend's like grandparents' house. So they were like for like a week or whatever, and went to a game there because like an hour away. And we're thinking, oh, like we're gonna go there. We're gonna like we'll get like some drinks before, like have like dinner, like or whatever, like lunch, like whatever, hang out. There's legitimately nowhere to go.
No,
It's just a parking lot.
it's
There's
terrible.
nothing there. So I mean, if they can build like anything, even remotely, with like a city around it, or somehow if they can finagle that.
Kind of similar to the way you described the City Field right now. There's really nothing around City Field.
But city, that's true.
At least
that's
trying,
fair.
yeah.
But at least city, it's like the subway.
They're,
pulls
but
up
they
and
are.
it's like-
But I mean, Cohen is. That's his dream. Is obviously there. Then
Everything
casino. Like that's it. Casino's his end game. He bought the Mets to have a casino.
Yeah, the owner actually cares.
Yeah.
I mean, if these, I don't know. If he can
Also,
do
it's kind of
anything-
crazy. Like the Rays are
Good team.
they're a good team, but their like attendance is so low. Like everything's low about them, and 1.7 billion. Good
Yeah. High
sale.
for them. Yeah.
Good sale for them.
This guy also owns the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, which I feel like they go viral all the time for
You
this.
think
That's
there's
the
any
Marlins
chance, like,
AAA team.
What's that?
You think like Nashville has any legs?
Well, I don't.
Definitely.
If he's a Jacksonville guy, I don't.
But I think that
I don't
was-
think so either. But I'm saying if they couldn't make like a ballpark work in a location that makes sense.
I think only
he's
Nashville
a
has
businessman at the end.
Nashville's been.
It's just the
Clamoring
exception
for
to
one.
it.
Well, that's why I'm saying. Like, obviously, the A's are going to Vegas. Like, bring another.
I'd love for it to happen because. Oh no, that wouldn't be an expansion team. I need an expansion team to happen in Nashville because then Clemmer has to become the Nashville fan. He said that.
He did.
Clemmer said the next
Hey, move
expansion
there.
team, he's going to move there and become a fan from day one. He will leave the Mets.
Yeah.
He will leave Juan Soto in the dust.
Why he said that in a heat of passion, or
No,
what did he say?
he
Pretty sure it was
dude, if
just a
you will
normal
call
day.
if you call him up now, you see him tomorrow, he will say it.
I'll call him.
He wants to be a fan of an expansion team from day one. It's the most amazing, out of touch, crazy thought ever. I don't get it. You just got Juan Soto. Why do you want to leave?
It's what you say when your team sucks.
Right.
Yes.
Cohen's in charge.
Marty's calling me. Hello.
Yo, you're live on Pick Central.
All right.
We have a quick question.
Yeah.
Would you, 2 years from now, an expansion team
Wow.
open? See, he's hard already.
Hard.
If an expansion team opens up in Nashville, would you leave the Mets to be a fan of them from day one?
Well, I believe I would, especially. I mean, to be a fan of something from the ground floor is such a dream for me. This has been a dream of mine for many, 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 many years. I know it sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't sound crazy. It sounds asinine.
I would even consider moving there.
No, we hit it exactly on the head.
But for the record, would it be like for example, like maybe the Rays moved to Nashville? Like that doesn't count.
He went to expansion team.
The expansion
true
from day
expansion.
one.
So yeah, Rays went to Nashville. No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't count. It's not an expansion team.
Correct.
True
It's the
expansion.
ground
Okay.
floor.
Okay.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
we were talking about because they got the Rays got bought, so we were like, if they went somewhere,
Oh, I didn't even see that. Did they really?
yeah, 1.7 billion.
Oh my God! Sternberg is a joke of an owner.
I wish he
Thank
was still the
God.
owner, but yeah, it's just funny. Like everyone, like people have dreams, to be a
Yeah,
doctor. dreams to be a successful business owner. Clemmer's dream is to be an expansion fan.
So my real
It's so
dream
perfect,
is I
Clemmer.
would then follow the team around the entire season, even on the road. So I would go to all 162 games, and I could be the one person who's seen all of their games. That's my
Never
goal.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. You're a fucking
Yes, yeah.
whack job, dude.
No, it makes a lot of sense if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll take 10 more years to think about it. I can't wait till I'm now gonna be begging for an expansion team while
So
you work at
is this
Barstool.
only baseball.
I would be so excited if I got.
Yeah, it's only baseball, right?
only baseball.
Yeah, because the Vegas
baseball.
Knights just happened like.
Well, that's like Jeff D. Lowe became was like an expansion
Yeah,
nights.
I'm
Yeah, the only expansion team for the last like years have been hockey.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
know.
Is because
The
well,
last one was the Bobcats, right?
it was
That
because
was a while ago.
hockey was the Blue Jackets,
Yes.
the Wild,
That was even the.
Yep.
and then now the Kraken, and then the
And the Golden
Golden
Knights.
Knights. Crazy, they've had four like that I remember.
I know. And so the last NBA was Bobcats, and the last football was the Browns. Like, that was a million.
Wow.
No, the Texans. Wouldn't it technically be the Texans?
Oh, the Texans. Were the Texans after the Browns? You're right. I think you're
Texans
right.
were like
Texans.
early
Yeah,
2000s.
Texans.
Texans,
And what was
okay,
baseball?
Texans.
David Carr was their
It
first
was,
pick.
98. Rays and Devil Rays and Diamondbacks.
Dimebacks. Yep.
Wow, that's
That's what I
crazy.
mean. I've been waiting for this my entire adult life. Let's go. Let's get an expansion. Make it happen.
I'll make it. I want to make it.
Fired up.
I want to make it happen just so I see you do this.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
All right. Good luck today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
What a
The moment they do that, by the way, you bet the Mets to win the World Series.
Oh
Yep.
my God. And he'll get.
Or that or KFC's death. Like
He actually
days
would get
after those things.
so much shit if he left the Mets.
Bro, it would be unbelievable.
Um,
And then they
It's
go
his-
like 0 and
it's his
162.
dream.
There's the quote of the day yesterday we haven't touched on.
I'm here to play. Where, dude, him taking
Grounders.
grounders at first made me laugh so much. But I think even Jared tweeted. I think it was something that was fair, where he was like, he's like, I would have played anywhere, but just long term, I want to stay there. I don't want to keep you flipping me back and forth, which is completely fair. If you're at any job and you have someone making you do this, and then all of a sudden you're doing a completely different job, you're like, okay, what the fuck? I want a little bit of like, because you want to like hone in on your craft. Like, you've been the third baseman. You're gonna make me a first baseman. Make me the first baseman.
Yep.
Don't change. I think that's completely fair. As a
Oh,
player.
it became abundantly clear that all this was to spite Breslow.
Also,
Every
the
part
Red
of
Sox
this.
haven't come out with much more. I thought they were gonna more of a slander campaign on him. Hasn't been much.
The only thing they did, which was a clear lie that even Cora said was a lie, was the thing about how Devers was bothered that Campbell tried to play first.
Yeah.
that was what they threw out there, and then Cora's like, that it's literally never happened.
Yeah, and that's where you know it's just completely.
You
Breslow.
knew that was
Like,
bullshit too. Why the fuck would he care?
No,
That wouldn't bother Devers. That would be
like,
insane to bother.
the guy who
Devers.
got paid. It's like he just wants you want me to be first base. I'm gonna
Did
play.
you see
first
Melvin's quote? They asked Bob Melvin about like position stuff, and he was like, he's not playing third. He goes, we're gonna be first base, DH. I don't want my guys playing all over the place. Literally like the complete opposite.
Which is
of-
literally like
of
because
Boston.
people don't realize it's not easy to fucking change positions. It's not.
No.
It's very hard. Like it's just because you're good at baseball doesn't mean you can go play third and then go play first. It's very total opposite position.
Also, when you get lied to constantly by your team, like that's bullshit.
Especially one that paid you. So it's like
Cora has been playing everybody at the wrong position.
Oh yeah, Campbell's
They-
been second center. They're gonna
Right?
try first, maybe still. I don't
The
know.
first game of Anthony, he made a brutal error because he had never played right field before.
right.
Like it's crazy. They called him up an hour beforehand. They knew for years basically that
I
they
guess
were
the
going to call this guy
reasoning.
up.
Yeah, I don't know why he's. I guess maybe it's like they're worried about him with the monster this early.
I would think that would be, play a factor, but still.
Willier also was a right fielder. He was the guy who got hurt. But when Willier comes back, because I think he's gonna be back for the Giant series on Friday, then things get really interesting.
Well, they have a DH spot open.
Do you have a DH spot open? It does help. I don't think you want Anthony up there to DH, but maybe Willier DHs. I don't know.
Hubs, what's your picks today?
Oh, picks. Goodness. Well, there's no NBA to pick from, so that's sad.
There's WNBA.
Here's WNBA. We're going Rockies again. Going for the. Would this be the sweep, or is it a 4-game series?
It's a 4-game series.
series.
Rockies are hot.
Rockies are hot.
The Nats have to fire Davey Martinez.
This
like,
is the
this
ultimate
week.
a team has quit on their coach.
You're getting blown out by the Rockies, lose your 10th straight game.
What's
like
his name has been great. Their catcher.
Hunter Goodman.
Holy
he might be an
crap.
all-star just off merit.
What a month of June that guy's having. So I'm gonna go Rockies. It's down. Vegas is starting to catch on. They're plus 135 tonight.
Plus 135 on the Rockies?
Yeah. I'm saying they're starting to catch on the Nats. Rockies might be hitting their stride. There was a fake quote out there about their manager was like, "Don't let us get hot." And it was just so funny.
You may not get a lower line.
The
than
manager
Rockies
should
this
say
year.
that though. The manager should say that.
Should it?
Like he should say it.
Just like lean in.
actually be like.
He already has
"Don't let us
more
go
wins
out."
than Bud Black.
Yeah. He should be like, don't let us watch out.
We were ripping this guy. We were like, this poor guy's record this year is gonna be all time. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
He might be okay. I'm gonna take the Twins plus 105. Had a bad loss on them last night. I'm gonna chase that. And what else is there? Let me get one more in there. Guardians plus 115.
I'm going to take the Red Sox today with Crochet. I'm going to take the Phillies minus 1.5 with Suarez on the mound. I think the Marlins are throwing someone new. Who's Missouri? Never heard of him.
Missouri. Yeah, looks like a new guy.
So it sounds like me.
It's not his debut. This is his season debut.
Minus 1.5. No idea who that is.
He pitched for the Padres last year.
Who's that?
He's 24 years old.
7.5 ERA.
That-
Went to
That's-
Iowa.
That guy could work at Barstool. He's I think he's an
If
intern.
that guy walked around, I would assume.
He's an intern.
like
He
a-
actually looks like exactly like an intern I just
Yeah.
met the other day. The guy who shot our basketball practice.
Yes,
looks exactly
yes,
like him.
yes, yes.
I hate this bet, but Meek Phil has drowned me in it, and I have to take the Pirates plus 250 against Scooball today because they win on Wednesdays.
Wednesday Pirates 10-1.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
I am taking the Yankees minus 1.5. If they don't win this one, I will take a break from them because they're god awful.
Team meeting last night.
Yeah, I'm going with
Facing-
the
who's pitching?
Kachowski. Yeah, it's
Yarbrough.
terrible.
Somebody they should hit.
Going the Diamondbacks minus 110, and I'm going with the Braves minus 1.5 against the Mets. I don't know if Blackburn's gonna be great. Ev.
I'll do the. I'm taking the Blue Jays money line, playing really well. They're at home. Stole one last night with a couple home runs in the ninth. I'm also on the over 9 in Twins Reds. And I'm taking the over in the Coastal game over 11.
By the way, my God, that college baseball game yesterday was incredible. I'm blanking on the team.
Louisville, Oregon State.
Louisville, Oregon State. I watched that ninth inning was cinema.
They blew it and then won it.
That shortstop has to be thanking his lucky stars that they end up winning that game.
Holy
But that was like peak college baseball. Just chaos, some bad fielding in there,
Yeah.
timely hits, homers, a lot of runs, crazy fans. That was a good moment.
Meek.
My only play, Wednesday Pirates. I actually have them boosted up to like plus 340, I think. So I took it yesterday because I was so excited to take the
Oh,
Wednesday
it's Scooball.
Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heen Dog versus Scooball.
This is the ultimate test.
Yeah. No other team has won 10 games on a Wednesday.
All right, that's the show. Good show today, fellas. NBA Finals tomorrow. Tonight you have literally nothing to watch.
No, you have a dozen.
You have the dozen. You know what? Fill all your Barstool stuff with the dozen. And that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.